Alrighty, let's see what else we need to do. Let's go down to the street and let's see what's in there. See if there's anything we've missed. We've searched everything in the flats, so... oh yeah, we can actually examine these bodies. The more you know.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance. This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens. A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Is it the piece of wood from the guy's walking stick? Looks like an almond.
This shard of wood is quite new.
Could be from the guy's walking stick.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there. He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound. Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
I think that's it.
It would be my pleasure.
That looks pretty much it for the street now. Let's go back and let's put this piece of wood to that stick and see if it's a match.
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Oh, we can use our imagination. Let's talk to him about it first. Let's see what he knows.
Anything else?
Apparently nothing. Let's see. So he got up from his bed. He looked out the window. He would have approached the bodies first. And he came back, placed the broken stick down. He cut up the pieces of paper, and then he threw them into the fire. That looks like a pretty good sequence of events. Let's see if it's right. Alright, so he walks up from his bed to the window. He opens the window, sees the bodies. He walks down the stairs into the street, where then he examines them, finds something, takes it, and that's where he broke his stick. He walks back up to his flat. He puts it on the bookshelf, cuts up some pieces of paper, and then throws them into the fire.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
That is the question.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Moby Dick. Interesting. Oh,
Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts.
so that's what he was
probably
cutting
of
up the paper for. Of
Hellenistic era.
course. That's what he cut the paper up for. So I actually didn't get the sequence of events right. It was, you come back, cut the, wait, no, he took the book. So I did get it right, yeah. Cut the book, get the book, cut the book, throw what was left into the fire. Of course. Let's talk to him. Bad boy.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. and when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
That's bullshit. He's limp.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Nope. The bracelet.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Man, you got outed. Haha. Inquire into the bracelet and search Turner's flat is completed. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Let's book it. And how about you, Wiggins?
Mr. O.
Nope, nothing important to say. What about you? Nope. What about you, Watson?
I'm...
Useless as always. Okay, time to talk to this chick that's over here with the flowers.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Okay, we've investigated the crime scene and talked to the witnesses. That's pretty much all we have to do here, at least. And, okay, we'll go interrogate Leighton at Scotland Yard. See what he knows of this matter.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Righty then, we shall look at his belongings and then we'll go interrogate him.
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder. Two out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots. A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
Oh, we've already examined those shells. Hang on.
So this...
Whoops. This one.
2 out of the 6... These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Quite interesting. Simultaneous shots. The Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired and then 2 guns were fired simultaneously directly afterwards. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from different points in Half Moon Street. I'll go with the simultaneous shots. Yeah. Double murder. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vicotti were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. That seems the logical assumption, but they conflict. Okay, we'll go with firing position then. Let's see. Compelling evidence. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. Anything else? 2 victims. Common statement. Nope. Lootless. Nope. Okay, nothing fits. Okay, that's it for now. And now we shall go interrogate the suspect with brute force.
Please escort this suspect.